Hello students, welcome to Capman Academy, and today we are going to discuss another important preservative process which is used in the food, and that one is called irradiation, right? So irradiation technique, it is used to increase the shelf life of food material, right? And this process decreases the spoilage in the food. It also kills the variety of insects and pathogenic microbes which can be present in the food material. So as you understand that this irradiation technique is basically used to target the bacterial cells which can be present in your food material, right? And this one, irradiation, is actually regulated by food safety standards. So it's not like any type of dose you can give for the irradiation in the food. Everything is there optimized. So more than that could be harmful for the human beings. Therefore, there are very optimized and standardized doses which are given to the food products, right? So the important thing about the irradiation is that it does not compromise the nutritional value of the food. Nutritional value of food products. Also, it does not affect the taste of food, texture of food, and appearance of food, right? So, if it is causing any effect, it causes undetectable changes, undetectable changes, which are hard to detect, right? So the sole purpose of the irradiation technique is that to increase the shelf life of food material, decrease the spoilage of the food material, right? And control the insects and pathogenic microbes in the food material. With that, there are other purpose of the irradiation is that it also used in the delay of ripening or sprouting in food material. With this one is also used for the sterilization purpose. How it is done? It is done by introducing the food material with different type of the rays. For example, number one, the most popular one is called gamma rays. Right? So gamma rays are actually emitted from a radioactive form. A radioactive form of a particular element. That could be your cobalt 60, or it could be your element cesium 137. So they are actually used in the food industry for the irradiation, and what happens in that, from a source, this radioactive element, they actually produces the gamma rays, and these gamma rays passes from the food material and where they target the pathogenic microbes. So with the food industry, with the food material, this can be used for to sterilize medical equipments, medical equipments, right? Household products, and this one is also used for the cancer treatment. right? And the dose for the gamma rays, it is 10 kilogram. It should not be more than 10 kilogram, right? Another form of the rays which are incorporated into the food material is your X-rays. So they are actually produced by reflecting a high energy stream of electrons onto a target substance, which are your food products, right? And where they actually kills the pathogenic microbes. So in this case, the dose of the X-rays, it should be 5 million volt is used, right? Same way, there is another one irradiation technique or the rays which are used, and those are called electron beam, right? So electron beam, it is also similar to the X-rays, and in which a stream of electrons is actually targeted to the food material. These electrons are actually high energy electrons, right? And the dose of electrobeam which is used for the food material is 10 million volt. So basic mechanism of the radiation, how it actually affect the food material. So in this case, when the X-rays, gamma rays or electron beam, they actually passes from the food material, they actually causes the formation of high energy ions, right? And the formation of high energy ions, it leads to the radiolysis effect. And in this, all the pathogenic microbes, insects, they all get killed, right? So the food in which the irradiation is used, it could be beef and pork. Second, it could be seafoods. Third, in fruits and vegetables. Fourth, it can also be used in the poultry. Also can be used in the eggshells and can be used in different type of spices and seasonings. Right? So the important thing about the irradiation is the dose. So there are three type of doses which are given to the food material, and those comes under the low dose, medium dose and high dose, and they have different purpose and functions in the food material. Another thing is that the dosage, how much dosage is actually given in these type of food material. So in case of low dose, if we talk about, so low dose is given to delay the sprouting, ripening, and also to prevent the trichinosis, right? And the optimum dose which should be given for this purpose, it should be less than 1 kilogram. It is given here in the kilorats, right? So it should be given in less than 1 kilogram, or if you talk about kilorats, it should be 5 to 15, 20 to 100 and 30 to 100 kiloreds, right? If we talk about medium dose of the irradiation, in that case, it is used for the elimination of spoilage organism, which are your pathogenic microbes, right? So pathogenic microbes are removed by giving the medium dosage of the radiation. And if we talk about the kiloreds, it should be 100 to 300 and 300 to 800 between, right? And if we talk about in kilograms, so it should be 1 to 10 kilograms, right? If we talk about the high dosage, so high dosage is basically used to sterilize the food material, right? And in this case, the dose is high and it is given in between 2500 to 5000 kiloreds. And if we talk about in the kilograms, then it is given more than 10 kilograms, right? So in this case, you should be very aware of the doses, what type of doses are given for what type of food material and for what purpose, right? For example, here we saw that medium dose is given for the spoilage of the, eliminate the spoilage of the organisms or the food material or eliminate the pathogenic microbes, right? Another important thing, this medium dose is known by another name and that one is called radarization. Radarization. High dose is known as radaperization. Radaperization. So sometimes question can be asked from here, it can be asked from function, it can be asked from dose. So you should be very aware of this, right? And if we talk about how you will identify the irradiated food, so they have a logo on it and that logo is called Radura, which is a green colored logo. So every irradiated food, it has Radura logo on the packaging. So you can identify from there that food is irradiated or not. Or if we talk about the system, how the irradiation is given into the food, so they always have a storage pool for the for the radiation source, right? They have a control and they have a conveyor system. And most important, they have a specialized irradiation room. So through the conveyor system, your food material will actually pass from this radiation room. As you can see here, the arrows. So the food material or the packets, they will actually pass from this radiation room and through the conveyor system, it will come outside where you can collect it and sell it to the storage or send it to the storage, right? So this is all irradiation. This is a very important technique. And in this one, we discussed about its purpose, which is important. Exam perspective. We also talk about the doses and the type of doses, right? We also talk about the sources which are used for the radiation. For example, gamma rays, X-rays, and electron beam. So you should know about them also. In gamma rays, we saw what type of radioactive element is used, that is cobalt 60 and your cesium 137. So sometimes question can be asked from there also. Should be aware of that, right? So if we are talking about the food, then how you can identify the irradiated food? You can identify by a green logo, which is known as Radura, and it is an international symbol for the food, right? So that's all for the today. Thank you.